From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou, and it is that time to visit with our buddy, Dr. Josiah Fitzsimmons from Vero Neuropathy, to talk about what he can do about the pain you might be experiencing. Dr. J, good to see you.
Absolutely, Lou. Thanks for having me.
Now, we want to talk about people that are diagnosed with diabetes, and it comes with all kinds of problems. We hear it time and time again, including diabetic nerve pain. And I think the question is diabetic nerve pain anything like peripheral neuropathy pain?
Yes, absolutely. Diabetic nerve pain is essentially diabetic neuropathy. And so that comes when people have sustained high levels of blood sugar unmaintained for a long period of time. That's what causes damage to the coating around the nerves, and it's very, very problematic because it's a progressive degenerative condition. It's going to keep getting worse and worse over time.
Yeah, you can't just let it go because it's not going to get any better.
Exactly. That's the big problem with so many people. The longer they have it, the more damage it does to the nerves. And typically over time, that's when people start to have balance issues, start needing, walkers, wheelchairs, so forth like that.
Now, is there anything that can be done about diabetic nerve pain?
There absolutely is, and that's the biggest thing I want to talk to so many people about today, is that with diabetic nerve pain or neuropathy in general, people have been told for decades and decades there's nothing that can be done about it. You just have to live with the pain, take the gabapentin, take the Lyrica, take the Cymbalta, or even dangerous opioids just to mask the symptoms, but you don't have to do that anymore. We have state-of-the-art technology that can actually reverse the symptoms of neuropathy, recreate the coating around the nerves, regenerate the arteries, restore the nerve flow, and actually reverse all the symptoms of neuropathy.
Yeah, we actually have video giving an animation of what the nerve pain and the nerve signals look like when they're going out, and these are the things that we have to address, aren't they?
Absolutely, because it can be so debilitating, for people when that nerve coating around their nerve is deteriorated over time. Their body's not going to work the way it's designed to. They're going to have balance issues. They're going to have terrible pain, numbness, tingling, sharp sensations throughout their hands or their feet, and it's really going to affect their quality of life. They're not going to be able to do the things that they want to do on a regular basis, enjoy the holidays with their family, with their friends, their regular activities. Their whole life is dramatically affected when you have neuropathy.
So what kind of treatments do you do with somebody suffering from this kind of pain?
Absolutely. So the biggest thing that we focus on is correcting the cause of the issue. Rather than just treating the symptoms, we actually have a 4-part treatment protocol to actually regenerate the arteries, restore that outside coating around the nerves, and then we actually want to decrease the inflammation and then get all the nerves throughout your body to communicate the way they're designed to, so your body can actually heal from the inside. Rather than just masking the symptoms, it's really a recipe to actually correct the symptoms of neuropathy.
Now, is this treatment painless?
Absolutely. There's no surgery. There's no drugs with our protocols. Most of the treatment you can actually do from the comfort of your own home. Most people, with neuropathy at an advanced stage might not even have a lot of sensation in their feet.
Wow.
But over time, they start to regain that sensation. We actually had a guy, a farmer, who started crying because he felt his feet for the first time in over 20 years. He was taking a shower, and only 6 weeks in, he felt his feet for the first time in over 20 years. You can actually see on the screen, here are some images. On the left is what your feet normally should look with thermal imaging. You can see the nice red, yellow colors. On the right side, you can see someone with neuropathy, how all their feet, the toes specifically, are that blue or darker blue color. That's where you don't have as much, blood flow and nerve sensation in that part of the body, and those nerves are actually dying.
Well, I didn't even realize the picture on the right, what that was signifying, but that really does show you what is going on.
Absolutely. Once you get up over 80% nerve damage, typically that's when people, like I said, start to have to use walkers, wheelchairs, have amputations, all those things we just don't even like talking about, because that's when they have no sensation. You could step, we had a guy step on a nail 2 inches through the bottom of his foot. He didn't even know it until he took his shoes off at the end of the day.
Well, that is awful. Now, but there's something that is great. You have a special going on right now where you can check people out for a great price.
Absolutely. So what we're offering is come into our office, and we actually do 8 different unique tests to calculate down to the exact percentage of sensory loss in the hands, in the feet, wherever you're suffering from neuropathy, rather than just getting, hey, I don't have sensation, or getting poked me with a sharp stick, as most people do to get tests for neuropathy. We actually test 8 different types of sensation to calculate to the exact percentage how much nerve damage has occurred, and then come up with an individualized treatment plan for each person, because depending on how much damage has been done, how the damage occurred, where they're at in that stage of progressive degeneration, we need to come up with an individualized protocol.
Yeah, there's the phone number, folks, 515-335-VERO. That's 8376. That spells out Vero. So 335-VERO. Normally $249 doors for $49. You're going to get all this analysis, all these tests done, and you can find out exactly what's happening. Now, if somebody calls you and gets a hold of you today, how soon can they get in at your new location, we might add?
We have a brand new location. We have 9 doctors soon. We just hired 2 more, about to be 11 doctors on our staff. So give us a call as soon as possible if you're suffering, or maybe you know a friend, a loved one who has numbness, tingling, burning sensations, or they have diabetic neuropathy. This would be a great Christmas gift, you know, to give someone the gift of health.
Oh, never even thought about that. That's even better. And the new location, tell everybody where the new location is.
Yep, 630 South 50th, right off of I-35, just off Mill Civic, over by the Hy-Vee there. Really easy to get to.
All right, so if you're experiencing any kind of pain whatsoever, this is the place you need to go to, Vero Neuropathy. Dr. J, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.